My name is Gene, and today we are going to move ourselves through a low ground centric class. Just being in the body for some time and seeing what being in the body conjures up in the self. So, anchor yourself into a seat that you know. Starting with the sit bones. They find their way onto your mat, whether your legs are crossed, extended, or to the sides. Breathing in and breathing out. And at least at the beginning, allowing your breath to move on its own. For now, using these deep pauses to witness any particular quality to your breath. Observe it, take note of it. Maybe your breath is a little rushed just from getting yourself situated onto your mat today. Maybe the breath is a little more relaxed just because it matches the overall pace of your day. And as a part of that arrival point, take just a few moments to close your eyes if they aren't already closed. Focusing on the backs of the eyelids, noticing that shift in light. Observing the inherent brightness of the room around you. Maybe your eyes are even drawn in their closed state to those splashes of warmth. And in time, as your body feels itself placed confidently, certainly, and most knowingly in your seat, this could be a good point to bring an intention, a sankalpa, into your practice's sphere of influence. Given that we are more low to the ground today, this can be a great practice for cultivating groundedness, for reattuning to your personal rhythm, especially if the space is more of a recentering of yourself. Or even just allowing your body the right to feel things with clarity, with fluid knowing. It is inherent as the breath you breathe and the blood that you send forth throughout your body. Take 2 more breaths here. And if your legs have indeed started off crossed or to the sides, you're just going to take a moment and gently extend the legs forward. If you're crossed legs, shifting on the sit bones just to lengthen them out. If you're extended to the sides, just helping one leg at a time back to center. This is called Dandasana, staff pose, your starting posture today. Take a moment just flexing your feet up to the sky, feeling the toes wide and open. Maybe even connecting to the air that moves between the toes themselves. Breathe here. From that focus on the feet, the legs are lengthened with a little bitty bend in the micro-knees if you want to protect the knee joints a bit. Sit bones placed on the mat just like they were in your easy seat or your starting shape. And all the while, the spine is lifted, abdomen engaged, Shoulders soft from the ears. Take 3 more breaths here. Nice work. So, from staff pose, Dandasana, we'll breathe in. And then exhale, bending your knees 1 foot at a time finds the mat. From there, you're just extending, opening the knees out to your sides. Baddha Konasana, bound angle. From here, opening the knees outward, we'll take a breath in. And then exhale, little bitty hollow in your heart center. Just bringing your chin in toward the sternum. Little bitty spinal floss. Inhale again. Open the heart just a little bit. Chest widens a smidge. And then exhale. Chin once more tucks against your chest. Nice. We'll do 3 more of these soft spinal flosses. So inhale. And then exhale. Last 2. Good job. So now we'll do another 5 more of those traditional spinal flosses with the core of yourself warming up a bit. Inhale, the chest widens a little further, gaze rises a little higher. And then exhale, hollowing in your heart center. Like your chin is reaching down toward the tailbone. Take 4 more for yourself, breathing in and breathing out. Utilizing every atom of air to transition you between those states of being. Job. Last one, wherever you're at. Maybe you've gone a little faster and added an extra floss. Maybe you've been keeping it slow. Either choice is valid. But we'll meet in a seat once more of your choosing, Baddha Konasana legs. Take an inhale, left hand moves under the left knee, and then closing that right knee. You're gonna keep that right foot connected to the sole of your left leg. This is your seated tree or a form of your Western stretch. We'll take an inhale, arms rise up to the sun. And then exhale, hinge forward. Left hand reaches somewhere toward the left foot. Right hand makes some degree of contact on the leg. Breathe. Really connecting to all of the impressions that your body is communicating to you. Left leg nice and long. Back of the skull equally nice and soft. And all the while your sit bones anchoring you to the mat. Find your rhythm and breathe. Last 2 breaths here. Good work. So taking that next inhale, your hands are going to walk on that left leg. Recenter your spine. And then engaging with your ribs. Exhale, twisting toward that right leg. Left hand is guided to your right thigh in some capacity. Right hand makes a kickstand behind the right hip. Take a couple breaths here. Halfway point of this look. Option to reach the right hand behind you just to open up that right pectoral muscle a bit more. Use that silence in the space just to come back to whatever your intention might be today. Feeling the breath make a rhythm in the body, a cadence for your shapes. Nice work. One last breath here. And then inhale, look back, reach back with that right hand a little further. As you exhale, the right hand scoops the right knee as your body comes back to face center. On an inhale, your left hand is going to move behind the left hip, placing your right foot on the ground. And then pressing into your right foot, exhale, lifting that right arm up, just taking a side plank here. Reaching those right fingers up for just 2 more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Good work. On an inhale, that left sit bone clamps down on the mat again. And then exhale, lengthening your right leg to meet the left. You're going to press more of your body weight onto your left sit bone, side seal. Really sinking into that left side of the body, pressing almost like that left rib cage is reaching itself toward the earth. Two more breaths. Good job. And then taking an inhale, you're going to use your core strength just to press the sit bones back on the mat, coming off of that left wrist. And then exhale, shifting back, both knees bend again, just to heel toe them away from each other. Gonna windshield wiper your knees to the sides a couple times. Palms of the hands behind the hips, fingertips just pointing to the top of your mat. Little back release here. 2 more breaths. Nice job. As you inhale, you're going to walk your palms back in toward each other. And then in this little bit of a seated fetal, take a rebound, shake the body out, drink some water as well if you like. Maybe even do a couple of quick wrist circles just to check in on those places. As that feels good though, we're just going to take those same shapes from the other side's perspective. So, to start, we'll have ourselves in Baddha Konasana again. Take some time re-anchoring yourself into your intention. And then when you feel reset, recentered on your mat, left knee will stay in place now. We'll inhale, right hand under right knee. And as the right leg extends forward, slide your left foot more toward the body. You're going to have that sole of the left foot against your inner right thigh. Taking that seated tree stretch, you'll breathe in through the nose. And then as you exhale, hinging or hollowing forward, hands can stay more close to the body or closer to the body. You can reach that right hand forward, left hand stays on the left leg in some capacity. Again, just going where it feels good. Sometimes even just knowing your lefts and rights can be a way of recentering yourself. Even moving through this practice along with you, I find that recalibrating my mind just to take that brief breath, a little longer breath. Lefts and rights are always a thing in the body for sure. For now though, breathe. How do you settle into this shape for another 5 breaths? How does your body find its places to really root into? Those harvestable points in yourself can most certainly constitute a place to create your rhythm or rediscover it if you're trying to find it. Nice job. Last breath here. Taking that next inhale, good job. You're gonna walk the hands back toward the body, peeling the spine up. And then seated twist here, exhale, ribs engage you toward that left bent knee. Gaze goes over your left shoulder, right hand finds the left leg in some degree. And every breath you take, remember that your tailbone is much like the base of your staircase, creating a solid, consistent spiral from tailbone to crown. Option to reach the left hand back behind you as we take another 4 more breaths. Great work. Inhale one last time, look back, reach back a little bit further. And then exhale, undo the twist in the ribs. The left hand will scoop that left knee, planting the foot. As you inhale, you're gonna place the right hand behind your right hip. And then pressing into the sole of your left foot. Right leg is on that outer edge of the leg. Exhale, press into the palm. Little side stretch variation here. Really sinking into those left toes on your mat. Taking 3 more breaths. Nice job. As you breathe in, your right hip is going to press you back down to the earth, keeping that right palm back behind you. And then exhale, left leg slides back or forward, I should say, to meet the right. Legs stack on top of each other, side seal. Same thing for that slightly more active feeling. You can think of pressing the right side of your rib cage down toward the ground. Gives you a little bit more of that side stretch sensation. That's a tongue twister for you. One more breath here. Slightly different variation this time. As you inhale, you're going to slide the legs in a little closer together in this side-facing fetal shape. And then walking your hands down toward the ground, you're going to start sliding that right arm back and roll yourself on your spine, knees bent. Feel free to heel-toe the feet away from each other again, and take another windshield wiper motion. Taking a few breaths there. So we're just going to culminate your journey today with a couple of reclined twists, giving yourself some time to really feel planted in the place that you've chosen today. So taking that next inhale again, you're going to heel-toe the feet back toward each other. And just like before, right leg stays bent, left leg extends as you breathe out. On an inhale, right palm of the hand will stay on your ground. And then breathing out, left hand reaches for the right thigh. Walk the fingertips across the surface of your right leg, crossing the leg over your left side. Supta Matsyendrasana, a form of your spinal twist. Now that right foot does not have to touch the ground if it doesn't want to. But given that your practice today had a bit of a solar plexus and sacrum focus, this form of a twist can be nice for those lower chakras in the body. Take 3 more breaths here. As you breathe in next, you're just going to help that right leg back to center using the left hand for your assistance. And as you exhale, the right hand comes off the ground just to hug the right knee in toward the body. Take a couple breaths here. Nice work. One more inhale, the arms are going to release, bringing them down to your sides. And then exhale, bending the left knee, plant the right foot on the ground. Just tipping the knees side to side a little bit. Take another rebound here. So we'll take that same twist and little leg hug from the left side's perspective. Breathing in. And then breathing out, left foot on the mat, right leg comes all the way down, lengthening and elongating out. Inhale, left hand is going to be on the ground, palm first or palm facing. And then exhale, right hand reaches for your left leg. Fingertips skate across the surface of the leg, just helping it cross the right side of the body. Supta Matsyendrasana. as you just have one last little portion this practice before your Savasana. This is a great place to think about what you've moved through. A little bit of a shifting of perspective, folding, twisting, expanding, extending. All of these places meant to help you find a grounded point in you. However far you reach, there's always a place to come back to, an inner harmony that you are perpetually connected to. Last 2 breaths. And then inhale, left hand reaches off the ground while the right hand helps the left leg to center. And then exhale, hands on the left shin or left thigh, gently tugging the left knee in toward the body. We'll take 3 breaths here. And then last breath in here, the arms release, just using your core strength to keep that left leg suspended in space. And then exhale, bending the right knee, planting the left foot on the mat. One last windshield wiper. Really savoring the moments of release that your body finds. Think of your body like a bottle. As it fills up with sensation and experience, it needs these occasional moments of release just to levy out the excess so that you have space for new things to live in yourself. So when that feels good, you're just going to heel toe the feet back toward each other and then lengthen your legs all the way down to the mat. Nice place to adjust the body in any ways. Make any last bits of movement before you settle into your final shape. However that final shape takes form, just noticing how the body settles there. Perhaps it's instantaneous, perhaps it takes a few extra moments to find. In time, finding it you do, as the heart relinquishes the need for control, simply giving itself to the pattern of the moment. Your breath deepening a little bit more as you inhale. Take an extra sip of air at the top of your breath. And then breathing it all out through the nose, taking a sigh or yawn through the mouth. So remember your breath and heartbeat. Honor the intention you set for your mat today, whatever sankalpa was most at home in your practice. Leave behind tension, stiffness, discomfort, any less than aspects that tried to share space with you today. And with that, enjoy your savasana, savor your rest. Allow what needs to be released from your body to truly be set free. Savasana. I will call you back shortly. time has come to begin guiding yourself back to your plane. Invite for your body any specific movement, any specific cadence of breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, taking a sigh or yawn through the mouth, and bringing your body back in wiggles and circles and tips and sways. Knowing that every movement you choose to do honors and strengthens your tether to this corporeal plane. And while you might be hearing me move into a seat, you, however, are more than welcome to end your practice just as you are on your spine. After all, the conclusion of your practice is also meant to be a greeting into the next stage of your day. Whether that means going out and making the most of the day ahead, or getting yourself ready for bed, taking some of these ideas with you into tomorrow's sunrise. All of that to say, find a place that serves your body, arms, legs, and eyes, sealing your time however you wish. And coming back to your intention today, a little bit more of an earth-based practice, grounding yourself in the space, getting a bit of fire in your core, and a bit of twisting through the ribs, through the hips, and through that solar plexus region. From all of the extending, from all of the reaching, everything comes back to an origin point. And that origin point is a rhythm of your choosing. May you honor that rhythm. It is special to you. And it moves you through this world in the ways that are safest and most effective for your path. To that end, it has been my humble, happy honor to have shared this space with you today as you have shared it with me. May you always live this life in your authentic way, bringing your shine and radiance to this beautiful planet we share. The luminosity in me cherishes, respects, and will always celebrate the luminous blooming heart in you. Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much again for making time for yourself, no matter what part of the day this practice has found you. Until we meet each other on our mats again sometime, may you bear the fruits of all of the labors that you move through and move with. May you enjoy this life, and may you continue living authentically in ways that make this world a better place. Namaste.